They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. They are already looking forward to life at the business end of this competition. This a job that just needs finishing off.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
So that's got things underway. Played down the flank, and it's got through. Has a hit! It's in! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time! Jim, your thoughts?
And that's what the game was all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
He's left his man. Could be a chance here. Tries to locate someone up front. Plays it out to the wing. A good deal hanging on what they can achieve here. A point will do. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. Hoists it forward. Over to the left. This could spell... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, at 1-0, this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Just brushed off the ball there. Well weighted. And he's cut it out. Gets good distance on it. It's come loose. And the finish! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. He's through. Keeper's ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Good ball, it's found a chance! It's a goal! The second half sparked straight into life. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who was going to come out on top.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
And it's played forward. It's a long pass, but not the most accurate. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And there's a long ball. Well read, he sorted that out.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break. Has a hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Coached through there.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Goes direct to the front line, gets it back. Out to the left it goes. Goes for goal! In it goes! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
So the lead now is 2. Loses his balance and loses the ball. He goes long, played into space out wide. Brought forward, what does he try from here? Well weighted. It's got through and has a goal! Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Battles to win it back. And time is up. You'll just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Well, that is a great effort. Another win, 7 points from 9, unbeaten, and on they march. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
And so the prevalent question on everybody's mind ahead of the game here, will they make it out of the group stage? Well, the odds are very, very good on paper. A single point is all that they need, and they need no favours from anybody else. It is in their hands. The faithful has every right to expect, to believe, are feeling very much reflected in the pre-match atmosphere. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. They are already looking forward to life at the business end of this competition. A job that just needs finishing off.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
So it's down to business here. He's one-on-one! He's had a go! Not to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Well, it could have been, and probably should have been, a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Tries to stroke it through. Hoists it forward. Right through the middle. Timely intervention. And he heaves it forward. Just brushed off the ball there. Forward it goes.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Looks to dink one in. Cuts it out. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Hits one! Yes! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Gets his foot in there, and he has been fouled there. He's had a crack. Decent hit from there. Ball's out on the left now. What an adventurous run from a defender. Intervention was very necessary. And the whistle goes for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, But there has only been that one goal, which is very, very tight.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain the momentum now and finish the job.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Just 45 minutes from now, we will know who goes through from this group.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
And the counter is on. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Gets into a dangerous position. And that has been clubbed away. Gets it back. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Looks to clip it forward. Cleared away. Found his man. He's hits one. It's in. 2 ahead. Late in the day. Game over, surely.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
So that's 2 now without reply. Tries to get it forward quickly. Almost nothing left on the clock here.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. He's made sure that that won't get through. Attempts to play it through. Loose ball, who's going to get there? And there goes the final whistle. And you'll just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Well, this was a match that they had to win, and they have won it. It is an unbeaten group campaign. 5 points. You're very unlucky if that's not enough. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
They've got underway here pretty promptly. Keeper's got good distance on that. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's got options out wide. Oh, real danger here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. In comes the cross. Good ball. And now the breakaway. Big chance. Mosbeck has a pop. There's a goal! And that really is so impressive.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Oh, look, this is just what the fans wanted. And now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they'll want to see their team make all the running from here.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Plays it out to the flank. Great leap! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Hoists it forward, and it's played forward. He's making good... that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Thiago! This could fall anywhere. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Forward it goes. He's through. Face to face with the keeper. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I think he just thought about trying his luck from further out there, but why bother when you can worm your way through a defence like that? It's terrific play to get through and score.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone...
Chance! It's in! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Thiago. He's had that put on him. Hits one! And he's found the net! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous...
Shoots! Yes! And they're back in front! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
He's made it three. Quite a day at the office for him.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Good challenge, he just stood firm. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The whistle goes for half-time.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2. And we are already promptly back underway. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's been taken straight back. It'll be a throw-in. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Up towards the front line. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. But there's going to be another change here.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Ramos. Forward it goes. Thiago. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
He's through the middle. It's on a plate. Goes for goal! He scores! to the good. They have breathing space. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. Cuts it out. The referee's awarded a free kick. Carlos Bacca, looking to force his way through. He's had a go! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And he's there to cut it out. And out to safety. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. So 4 points from 9, it leaves them right on the cusp and sweating on the group equation. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Hello and welcome all to what I'm sure is going to be an unmissable game. Here's the key information. We have a side looking to make it into the exclusive knockout stage of the competition. A victory does it, but anything less than that could lead to all sorts of complications. Everybody is ready to go once we have the formalities out of the way. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Well, it really is a terrific sight here, and it goes to underline just how far this game could go towards shaping the fortunes of the team.
Well, Peter, the question that comes to mind is how much do they want it? These players know that this could be the gateway for bigger things. Progression, for starters, brings greater financial reward. It increases the brand power and can enhance the whole business side of things. Individual player profile elevation is also a huge incentive. Careers can be catapulted from this. It's worth remembering.
They've got underway here pretty promptly. Gets good distance on it. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out.
Oh, real danger here. He's picked him out. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And it's played forward. Turns and goes back. He's gone for it! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
It's cut shapes to shoot! It's a goal! The breakthrough strike! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Has a hit! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Gets it upfield. All the way back, and they start again. The first 45 minutes are up. And here we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. To the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Tries lifting it over, doesn't get the pass he's looking for. It's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Into a dangerous position. What an adventurous run from a defender. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Across the field it goes. Chavez. The shot! There's a goal! So what's your view on that goal then?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they're back on level terms, so the guessing game goes on. As to what will happen from here, I've no idea.
Battles to win it back. That's great strength on the ball. Gets it back. Gets it back.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Big chance! No, he couldn't find the finish.
Or maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
Forward it goes.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
That's it, they are out. And that means there is no place for them in the knockout stage. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it all came down to this, and they had to produce to ensure qualification, and they've not delivered. I think looking back over the campaign, have they given enough? Do they deserve more? Probably not, if I'm honest.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
So that's got things underway. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Gets into a dangerous position. And that's put paid to a promising move. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Dele Alli! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions. Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. He could be Dele Alli! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
He's gone for it! Trying to get there, turns and goes back. Has a pop! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Now, can he capitalise? Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He's got chance! Goal! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0. The referee brings the first half to a close. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but it still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A very decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain the momentum now and finish the job.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the action is back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Just brushed off the ball there. Hoists it forward. Gomez. Quick ball forward. The message is clear, none shall pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Tries to get it forward quickly. That intervention was very necessary. And out to safety. Now the counter. The breakthrough came in the final moments of the first period, and the score is 1-0.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Forward pass. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Looking for space out wide.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
And there goes the final whistle. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Back to winning ways. 2 wins out of 3. It is a very decent return. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I'm sure a more comfortable margin would have been.
They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. So the first box is more or less ticked. It is a time to concentrate on what happens next.
To be perfectly honest, Peter, it would...
He's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Going for goal! And there's an early warning shot across the bow. Carlos Bacca. He's through. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. So a chance here, what can they make of it? A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Decent hit from there. Out to the left it goes. Whipped in. Hoists it forward, and he's cut it out. Brings it forward. Good ball. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Cuts it out. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Carlos Bacca. They just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. Back into the middle. Could move up a gear here. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's played forward. Half-time here. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. More than decent game up to now. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Leading 1-0 at the break. To the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Carlos Bacca looks to dink one in. It's found its way to him. Shoots! Well, that's caused a worry or two. So here comes the substitution. Up for the header! It's in! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
That's been drilled forward. Well positioned to make that interception. Out to the right. Carlos Bacca. Carlos Bacca! Yes! And surely that settles it. Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Looks to thread it through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a hole.
He's gone for it! Forward it goes. Gets into a dangerous position. How about Carlos Bacca? And in it goes! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. So not long left in this now. He's in! Plays it out to the flank. Aimed in towards the centre. Just deflected over the goal line for a corner. And the counter is on. Gets the better of his man. He's had a shot! He scored! Just another one to add to what has already been an incredible haul.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off?
It's become a case of men against boys.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Successive wins then to blot out that opening day defeat. And 6 points ought to be plenty. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can...
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
So that's got things underway. Surely! Oh, that's a fine challenge. Gets wrestled off the ball. Fernando. And the shot! Goal!
Well, if that was their intention pre-match, let me tell you, it's worked out very nicely. I think for the skipper to chip in with a goal too is a bonus, but this game has already taken on a real attacking edge, and long may that continue.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
And it's hoisted clear. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Well read, he sorted that out. Away from immediate danger. Hoists it high. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Turns and goes back. Knocks it away. Has a hit! And he heaves it forward. A buccaneering run from the defender. Up he gets! Oh, not the best of headers. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Breaks on here. It's got through to him. Now can he finish?
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
He's through. 5 minutes are up. So there you have it, a close fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Hernandez hoists it forward. Hernandez. What an adventurous run from a defender. And the keeper's in command. Plays it out to the flank. Played back in. He's picked him out. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and... Oh, shooting chance! Back of the net! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. So that's two now without reply.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to two, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Well, here is the rain we were told to expect. Could move up a gear here. Lobs it in gently. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, and they finally reacted, but
It goes for goal! And it's there! And surely that settles it. What about that, Jim Begling?
yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
So here comes a substitution.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts because he has put in a real honest shift.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Ball is over the line. That's not going to make it. There's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Played out to the right. Fernando. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Going through. He's got options out wide. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. They have bounced straight back, 2 wins from 3, and that ought to be enough. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big influence on what unfolded and allowed them to dictate with comfort.
So we just await the arrival of the teams here in what is a crucial game. It appears to be a fairly safe place that they find themselves in. Very probably avoiding defeat will be sufficient to progress in the competition, and that is reflected in an air of optimism, indeed confidence swirling all over the place here. The mood is very, very good. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. So the first box is more or less ticked. It is a time to concentrate on what happens next.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
Off we go then. And he has been fouled there. And the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Looking to break out here. Driving on now. What can they conjure from here? Oh, good take and a good... He's had a shot! And the follow-up. Could fall kindly. And he's found the net! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take the risk, as cunning as it comes.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Knocks it away. And it's played forward. They just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. Rolando, chance to break. And the shot! Yes, it's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So that's two now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3. Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Finds himself eased off the ball, dashing forward at pace. Nicely measured pass. He's made sure that that won't get through. And there's the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half.
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. To the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. No changes at the interval from either side. Good take, and he's had a look. And the counter is on. Looks to clip it forward. Gets away from it, going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Defenders on the back foot. Defence has got rid of that. And that's been won straight back.
Rafinha.
Hoists it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Rafinha.
Can't get the better of his opposite number. Well played, he saw that coming. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, they're being made to force the issue, but they need to be patient and a little more composed. Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Has he picked him out? Shooting chance! Oh, smart save. So that's it. It is all over. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Successive wins then to blot out that opening day defeat, and 6 points ought to be plenty. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.